All right, guys, well, I'm back today with an update on the Crimson Trace HRO large window red dot or heavy recoil optic. The large window made this optic incredibly nice for competition, personal defense, and different shooting applications where a very forgiving large window was needed, and the other specs and features made it desirable as well, like the clear glass, auto-on or shake-awake technology, and the overall just ergonomics and design of the optic and how it interfaced with the user. The only downfall to the HRO was the fact that it did not clamp down on different pick rails. There were certain pick rails on the market with different manufacturers that it would not make a good clamp down, and you would just have a loose and wobbly optic. Now, this has been completely resolved. We've got the brand new version mounted up, and on top of that, Crimson Trace is actually warranting all of their previous optics. So if you reach out to them and had one of the HROs that didn't clamp up to a specific model, they can update or send you an updated clamping design. I wanted to make this video as an update because I like to continue to update you guys on how optics are doing. Now, I actually have that previous HRO on another gun, and combined with this one and the ammo that Crimson Trace sent out to the channel with this one, we are well over 1,000 rounds through the HRO series with no issues other than the previously mentioned mounting issue. Let's summarize a list of specs and features about this optic and why I would now 100% recommend this optic with the new clamping feature. One of the first things I want to mention is the window size. Now, this window size is very large, and it's kind of hard to see on camera right here, but it's a larger style window. And because it's fully enclosed, you're going to have your emitter protected from the elements. There's a lot of other large frame window optics on the market that don't have a rear pane of glass. Now you can see right here, it's got a rear pane and a front pane of glass, protecting that emitter from rain, dirt, debris, and dust. You can simply wipe off those glass panes. Now, this is not a prism optic like a Holosun. You're still getting the 50,000 hour battery life of that diode that they're using in here, making it just kind of like the best of both worlds, a protected emitter, a long battery life, and a crisp dot. The dot gets plenty bright for 99% of lighting situations, and overall it's a really solid dot. Now, maybe some improvements in like a Gen 2 I would love to see is a multi-reticle design, maybe a horseshoe in there, especially since it's a large window red dot. You've got a lot of room in there. And the other thing is maybe just a tinge brighter on those like bright sunny days when you're shooting like in snow or white sand. One level to bump it up to like 11 would be good, but other than that, the reticle itself is very nice. Now, the glass is also incredibly clear on this optic, and as I mentioned earlier, with the window being so large, as you move your head left or right, a dot's going to disappear on a small window. This one is very forgiving, so if you're using this in different hunting applications and you're in a deer stand or in a blind, or you've got this mounted on top of a shotgun and like a turkey blind, you may see something going across, you're tracking it across a field, you don't have a good cheek well, this optic is going to be very forgiving. And again, in those situations where other optics in the market have an exposed emitter and it may be raining or dust and debris, you don't have to worry about that with this optic. Side load battery compartment, very nice adjustments to adjust it up, down, left, and right. The push buttons are some of the best I've seen when it comes to just ease of use. I mean, you simply reach up and press them, and they're very large, and they're recessed, so you're not going to accidentally bump them, and they're located on both sides, which is pretty cool. The new mechanism locks up rock solid. Now, the old mechanism also locked up rock solid. I want to be clear, the old mechanisms were not coming loose. They simply were not clamping small enough to fit certain rail systems. So I've never had one lock up solid and then fall off. They just simply did not get tight enough. And again, I love the fact that Crimson Trace has updated it and is now sending those out to a customer who has previously bought one. The other thing is there's a lot of places that sell them. I went back and checked on Optics Planet's site. There are actually very good deals right now on Optics Planet's site, as low as about $369 and free shipping. On top of that, I've got the coupon code 704TAC or 704TAC to drop the price down to $344. And again, if you're buying these at your local shop or out in the world and you happen to get one that's not clamping, again, the top part is going to be the same durability and quality that I loved in the last review, but they'll send you that updated locking mechanism. So it's a great opportunity to grab one of these optics. So if you happen to grab one before, despite that kind of lockup issue, and you maybe wanted to expand it to other platforms, definitely reach out to these guys. And a huge shout out to them for kind of correcting that issue and sending another one out to the channel for me to try. I'm going to continue to update you guys on the performance of a lot of optics. This one is doing well down at the range, so I'm really excited to get more rounds down behind it on top of this jackal. Another thing I want to mention is when this sits on top of the rail system itself, it's going to be kind of like that mid-height optic. So if you were looking for something just a touch shorter than a lot of other standard optics to go on top of something like a jackal, where you have that pick rail at the back to adjust whatever you have hanging out off there, or whether you're putting it on top of some type of PCC, AKP, or even something like the CZ Scorpion or PTRs, this is the optic I've been choosing because it mates up perfectly with the way your body interfaces with the rifle or pistol, as well as the height of the optic. So those are all kind of great options to throw it on. I just kind of wanted to talk about that at the end. And if you're interested in the PSA Jackal itself, we've been running this guy, especially with that quiet device on the end, and it's been running great. More information can be found in the description below, as well as the campsite page, and that campsite page is an aggregate site of all the best info and deals I find. You can also follow me on my Instagram page, which has a ton of daily deals. And if you're looking for the ammo that went into something like this, definitely check out Target Sports USA, a huge supporter of the channel, and their Ammo Plus membership service. If you sign up, you can get 8% off and free shipping with no order minimum. So if you just want a box or two, it's super easy. I use it all the time. Be careful though, because when you sign up, you're going to spend way too much money like I do, saving a ton on a wide variety of calibers. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.